Now, the rape killing of Shania uh, Duncan in North Carolina there, or South Carolina, is so heartrending. As a parent, it breaks my heart to see what she might have, to try to understand what she has gone through just before she died. However, being one that loves history and theology and so forth, the Bible, I understand what is happening. You see, the enemy, Satan, has created a situation now with women that is making them a threat to themselves and to their families. Now, women are being trained to be killers. They're protecting the men, okay? And they're into this drug addiction. They're into evil stuff from into Halloween and the Ouija board and the psychics and the astrology, tarot card, psychics, all various evil they're into. And instead of acculturating them so that they could take care of themselves and their kids, because look, men could do anything. Men, they don't even have to know to cook. They just go on by the appearance or whatever. But a woman generally will have kids, so she needs to know how to take care of herself and her kids. She needs to know how to cook, how to be domestic. I mean, I have no problem. My daughter, she's a professional. I sent her to college, but I wish that she would also have gotten the skills that would help her to be a good wife and mom. Because yes, professional, but wife and mom, that's something they're gonna always end up into. And so, if I was teaching at school and I saw a young lady playing kickball so perfect, she was doing it better than me. So I said, wow. So the teachers them said, you know what? Hey, the only cook meal you can get with a lot of these women here is if you cook it yourself. You see, they have McDonald's or the pizza store. They could run and get some stuff, go in the store, get a couple cans of this, put it together and call it a meal. Now, if they don't have big bucks to go to the store and to get all that, they don't know how to get some greens here and this and how to make some sauce and how to take care of it. It's a tragedy. But in AD 70, when Israel was surrounded by the Romans, Israel had become so evil that they refused to listen to what God said, and He allowed the Romans to come in and destroy them. So at that point, they were at the evilest. And in the siege, they ate their kids. They did all the heinous things. Now, of course, right in there, God had protected those people who were still serving Him, because He warned the faithful ones that when you see the Romans retreat, you go on the other side of the mountain, and when you see they advance, you just keep going and go out, and those are the only ones that survive. Everybody in the walls of Jerusalem were slaughtered. So evil is a destructive thing. It's not only destroying the innocents and kids, but it even is making the economy not recover as it should. I mean, the president is doing his level best, but it's still, recovering. I am bullish. I have hope. I have faith. I have love in my heart. I make a couple of bucks. I pay my phone bill. I pay my rent. I buy things to eat. I spend the money in ways that it counts in the economy. I'm not going to, smoke it up and just live in my van and go to mission and try to eat. So if everybody or more people were sort of bullish on the economy and working, and instead of spending money in ways that it wouldn't count on the world, things like drugs and stupid stuff, they will pay the bills and buy things and make the economy move, things would improve. So evil is dangerous. Now, I tell you what, it's not good to wish your enemy to be evil, because he may come back and kill you. But if there's anybody that I don't like, and I would like to see them be destroyed, all you have to do is introduce them to evil. And a little at a time, you're going to find that eventually you can get them, because they become so evil that they won't have no wisdom, knowledge, nor understanding. They won't have foresight. You see, right now around the country, things are happening. And people are saying, you know what, this shouldn't happen. We had signs, but we ignore the signs. Well, that happens when folks are not, working with God. You see, God is the one that gives you inspiration and insight into the character of people and so forth. I mean, this is not a video, but me play. But almost every now and then somebody comes to me with some trick. Hey, you want this gold ring to buy? It's so cheap. This diamond ring is so cheap. You want this cheap? Man, I don't buy stuff off the street, bro. If I need something, I go in the store and buy it. No, look what could happen. I buy that diamond ring from him, and for whatever reason, the cops write up and say, hey, you went through that light. Can I search your van? Nope. Handcuff me, get a search warrant, and they find that ring. And then the next thing you hear, that ring was taken in some home invasion in which people were brutally murdered. Now they got the ring. Then the next thing you hear, my fingerprints is on the wall and on the mirror. My hair is on the bed. Their fibers from the home is in my van. Fibers from my van is in the home. Lord, you executed straight up. So I'm not going like that. I'm gonna my wisdom from God is gonna tell me, you know what? That diamond ring, we might be getting it for $25 and cost $1,000. You know what? Just save your money and go and buy a new one. It might take it 2-3 years, but wait and go and buy it. But somebody say, oh, look, that deal is once in a million. Next thing, they locked up for a long time. I've seen people go out on this street selling drugs. I could sit down and I could figure it out. You go and sell drugs, you sell for a couple of days, they lock you up, you go to jail, you get a couple of felonies, you spend a couple of years in jail. So the money you made in pushing drugs, when calculated all the time you're going to be in jail, you end up making just 5 cents a day. Somebody gets you real upset. Instead of smiling, just walk away. You kill them. It's the next set of problems. You got to get an attorney. It's a whole bunch of money. So if more folks would understand that evil and Satanism will get you in a variety of ways, and we turn to God, and when we see things, don't be afraid if people tell you you're crazy or paranoid. Check it in. You hear somebody, look, a lot of things that happen. The 911 people who were talking in Florida, all we need to know is to fly. We don't need to take off. We don't need to know how to land. Nobody put it together. The 911. The hood boy, Fort Hood, he was saying this. Nobody could put it together. He shoot up 13 people. Like almost everything that happened, there was indications. But folks are so wrapped up in, and they not seem to be in tune with the inspiration from the Almighty. So that bam, things are happening, and unless folks decide to stop and do things differently, we keep on reacting to things after it happened. With me, there's nothing I could have done about my daughter. I know it would have happened. I saw it coming, but you have other people in your life, and when people are bent on doing evil, all you gotta do is hope that you survive and they learn from the evil ways and the change and things go back normal. But evil is so wrong. I mean, Africa, I see now that they're getting shoes down to Africa. Africa don't need shoes. You have diamonds, you have oil, you have so much wealth in Africa, but because the people are in so much evil, they can't even take care of themselves. They need people to take care of them. Oh, look, we don't got no water. Oh, we famine. I mean, come on. Don't go to war, shoot up the water and kill the sheep and the cows. Okay, be nice, get along, just live. But that's what happened in America. Folks were so godly from the inception that instead of fighting, they decided to unite. So evil is a dangerous thing, and we're seeing all the evil with our kids getting hurt. I hope that individuals will stop and ask themselves if this evil path is going to lead us to where we want to go. I hope that not. I know not, and I trust that we could stop before it's too late and come back from this precipice in which we're heading, so that we could have live to be a ripe old age and save America and the world from the travail of evil.